Welcome back to the channel. My name's Brian Kingsbury. Today we're going to do another segment of house hunting with Brian. This is where we search a certain area on Zillow.com, see what's out there on the market, and we share it with you all. Today we're going to take a look at Riggins, Idaho. If you guys have been watching the channel, you know that the wife and I took a little vacation to Riggins. We went and left on Thursday, came back on Monday. Made a weekend of it. Actually, about 4 days total we were away, so it takes quite a bit of time to travel to Riggins from where we're at here in Washington, but about 8 hours on the road for us. 8 hours driving to and from, but once we were there we got a good look around. I thought it would be kind of fun to see what's out there on the market in Riggins, Idaho. Now, we stayed on the Little Salmon River, and if I have it right, the Snake feeds the Salmon River and the Salmon River feeds the Little Snake River, or vice versa, but something like that. We stayed on the Little Salmon, and it was a nice little quaint spot right there on the river, right close to town, about a half a mile from the little city center. Riggins is pretty small. There's not a whole lot to it, but you can drive through it in less than 5 minutes probably. But there are a few nice properties on the market. I think there's 9 places for sale in Riggins currently. So we're going to take a look at 3 and see what's out there for the money. The first one we're going to look at is this. It's a cheapest one on the market. It's a 3-bedroom, 1-bath, 1,088 square foot place for $259,000. Address is 537 North Main Street, Riggins, Idaho, 83549. That amounts to $1,370 a month. Can you guys afford that? If you guys think you can afford that, then you can retire to beautiful Riggins, Idaho, right? That's what our friends Sue and Jerry did not too long ago. I think it was 13 years ago. They left for Riggins and have been enjoying it ever since. That's where we stayed, on that Little Salmon River there. Just outskirts of the main city center. Now this one is a residential, has a estimate of $248,200, so a little bit below the ask price. Was built in 1950, $238 per square foot. Over here it says it's on a 10,454 square foot lot and has no homeowners association fees. What's special about this one? It's got a detached garage, it's got mature trees, and of course it has additional parking. So I'm going to read this little description to you. It says, this versatile property is situated in Riggins, a highly desirable recreational community known for its world-class hunting, fishing, and whitewater rafting, and small town charm. This home would serve nicely as a primary residence, recreational getaway, full-time rental, or vacation rental. Great location across the street from the Riggins City Park and boat ramp for easy access to the main Salmon River. Easy walk to downtown. Access to shopping, dining, and entertainment. Home is 1,088 square foot, 3-bedroom, 1-bath, detached garage, plus additional parking to accommodate the boat or RV. A general purpose storage building with lean-to, is insulated with power for convenient storage. Property borders the Riggins City ditch for irrigation with mature trees, including a highly productive apricot tree. Comes with an additional prepaid city sewer hookup, a $7,500 value, which can be used for an RV or additional dwelling if desired. Says here, this one's only been on Zillow for 12 days. It has 633 views and 30 saves. Here's a quick look at the map so you can see where this one is situated. It's right there on Cherry Lane, which is right off of the main street there, and right downtown Riggins. All right, now that you've heard all about it, let's go ahead and take a look at these photos. They have 16 photos to show us, so we'll go through them kind of quick, so give you guys an idea what you can get for $259,000 out there in Riggins. Again, this is the most cheap property there for sale of the 9 properties on Zillow. All right, here is a look at the first photo there. You see a little fence as you come in there, and they boast a apricot tree somewhere around here, so if you spot it, let me know. We can take a closer look, but there's the entryway. Not great curbside appeal, but it looks like there's the back. They have a little propane tank back there. A little tiny backyard, so not much to mow or take care of. Would be good to retire to such a place with all the amenities going on around Riggins. You don't really need a huge backyard to take care of unless you're into that sort of thing. There's a look at the kitchen. So a nice, bright, open, airy kitchen. Looks like it walks right into a living room, family room of sorts. There's a dining area with a fridge and a stove, so everything you need to take care of business. Looks like they have a heating stove over in the other room as well. Again, there's another angle, looks like, of the kitchen with the dining room table and the fridge and everything. A little big countertop right on the other side with some additional shelving, so plenty of places to put the dishes and all your doodads on the counter there. They have, you see some fishing trophies, and looks like he's been on a fishing trip and got himself a little trophy fish there. And there's plenty of that to be done in Riggins, known for its hunting and fishing. Alright, looks like they got a little exercise machine there, right there in the living room. So they're doing some TV watching on the left here, and on the right they're sitting by the fire and doing their exercise. So they got a little setup here, not a lot to show you, but a nice spacious room. You could definitely do a little something with that if you want. There's the first look at the bedroom, one bedroom, couple windows, nice big bed. So and they have the fan up above on the ceiling, so everything you need in a good bedroom to get a good night's sleep. There you see they have the wading pants out there. They've been doing some fishing in the river probably, and they have their little sun hat so they can keep that sun off them. We were told that Riggins doesn't get a whole lot of snow. The seasons are pretty tame. Here's another look at another room. There's a guitar on the wall there, so maybe you sit here and you play your guitar, you strum your guitar, sing yourself a nice country song. Here is looks like the laundry room. Nice, looks like built-in doorway there, or are those cabinets? Hard to tell. A little closet that they set up to handle the laundry chores, and a little door entryway right in there to take care of the business, the washing of the clothes. And here you see, and it looks like a little fishing room. They got the fishing pole hang up there, and a net hanging over here. So sitting over there, they put that net to good use, probably caught themselves some fish and even more fishing gear. So that is definitely kind of like a little mud room, I guess, off of the laundry room. And there's a better look at that laundry room. Looks like some hardwood floors in there, so you can come in there with your dirty boots and take them off and not get the place dirty. There's a look at the bathroom. Again, all you need there, a little throne, a little sink, a little shower, everything you need to handle your business. And there's the entryway. They got the Simply Green sitting there, ready to use. So that's the last of them. So what'd you guys think of that one? $259,000 they're asking for that 3-bedroom, 1-bath, 1,088 square foot place on Main Street, right there in the heart of Riggins. So it looks like you can get a place pretty cheap, retire there for just $259,000, get a nice little place, have a place where you can hook up an RV as well, a $7,500 value they said in the description. So everything you need out of a house. Not a lot of space for just over 1,000 square feet, but everything you need. Of course, if you want something a little different, we can take a look at another one. We got 2 more to show you. Hopefully you'll stick around and take a look at these other 2. One of them priced at $315,000, and the other one, the last one of the day, at $399,000. So 3 properties here in Riggins, all under $400,000. Let's take a look at the next one for $315,000. All right, here's a look at it. It looks like this used to be maybe a restaurant or something, but it says something grill there, ale house. We'll probably get more information on it. I'm not going to try to read it off a little sign, but there's what you're looking at right there on the Main Street. This is a 2-bedroom, 1-bath, 2,627 square feet. So this one has a little space to it. 2627, and again, $315,000 they're asking for this one. Address is 533 North Main Street, Riggins, Idaho 83549. If you want to take a look, The estimated monthly payment is $1,661 here, so not too bad. So they're calling this one a single family residence, as estimate of $296,300, so under the ask price. This one was built in 1956, and it's $120 per square feet. And this one's on a 0.33 acre lot with no homeowners association fees. What's special about this one? All Zillow is saying that is it has a RV hookup in place and a lovely updated little cabin. So I'm going to read off this little description and then we'll take a look at it. It says here, price reduction, owner will consider financing options suitable for conversion to 2-bedroom, 3-bath residence or maybe a pair of studios. The former Black Eddie's restaurant, oh there it is, it was Back Eddie's restaurant, a very popular location on Main Street in Riggins, is an easy walk to downtown, Salmon River, and shopping. Lots of room for a welcoming home. Lovely updated little cabin in the back for a rental or guest house. RV hookup in place with room for 2 more. Patio area in the back for dining or relaxing. Room for a home office or shop. Many possibilities for combining a home and business under one roof with rental income on site. Have it your way. No city zoning requirements. So this one was just dropped $5,000. Looks like it's been on Zillow for 90 days now. Has 527 views and 15 saves. So some folks are looking at this. Alright, so now that you've heard all about it, we're going to go through these photos, give you a better look at this one. Again, it was the Back Eddie Grill and Ale House. Back Eddie Grill and Ale House. That's what it was previously. And it's been on the market 90 days. They just dropped it $5,000. So let's take a look at this. There's quite a few photos, 50 photos. So we'll go through these kind of quick and get a look at this one. They're pricing this at $315,000. Alright, here's the initial photo. As you can see, they had the signage up here under the big Pepsi sign. It says they're Back Eddie Grill and Ale House. So that's probably what it was best known as back in the day. It looks like they had another sign over here, so you could use it as some sort of business if you wanted to. But they're kind of calling this a rental with a little cabin in back. So we'll see what it has to offer there. But a little fence on the front there. So interesting little kind of fence. It almost looks like it was formerly a gas station or something. But they're saying restaurant. It looks like they got some wood out there. So they're probably heating by wood. We'll have to look inside, see if we can find a stove. But there's the entryway, a little covered area with the door. Looks like they got a payphone. Is there a payphone right there? You guys see that? We haven't seen one of those for a while. And they have some sort of barbecue or something out there. This is probably a look at the front. Is this the front still or the back maybe? We'll keep going and see what else we can see here. There you see more of that wood stacked up there, so they got a stockpile of some wood, so they're probably cut down a tree and are doing some heating by wood. There's that fence I was telling you about right next to that signage. So if you're to have a business in there, you got some signage already. $315,000 right there on Main Street is not a bad deal for a little business setup, so you can definitely put something in here, but we want to check out this living situation a little bit more detail. There you see some sort of mural on the side there as you come in and take a closer look at things. So some sort of water mural someone painted on there. So didn't notice this when we were in Riggins, but it does look like it's right there in the center of town. There's almost like a commercial sink. They had Back Eddie's, I guess, was the restaurant, so they probably have some commercial grade stuff in this. There you see a water heater of some sort, a little closet with some supplies in it. Is that a freezer? A little walk-in freezer? That's pretty cool. So all the stuff that you would typically find in a restaurant. Big blue wall. And there's a look at the kitchen. Looks like a little stove, little microwave over on that side, some shelving, and there's a look at that commercial grade sink. So they probably use that to do their dishes, right? Little refrigerator, a little coffee maker. Looks like they have a little keg over there. It's left over from the restaurant days. And everything that a typical restaurant would have. They got a little machine for soda over here, you see that? So beer and soda maybe. So I wonder if you get all that stuff. I'd imagine you do if you want it. $3.15 they're asking for this one. Look at this. They got the fryers and everything. You can have your own little fryers. Your own fryers and cook up your breakfast right there. Throw some JoJo's in the fryer. You could make a day of it. This would be interesting to have this little restaurant as a home. You imagine going out and cooking breakfast on that? Put the bacon slabs down on there. Looks like it's definitely seen its better day. It definitely needs a good scrubbing. Look at this. It looks like they have some sort of gym or something. They have the weights sitting here. And there's the entryway with some horns on the wall. Looks like they have an older setup here. So they might be needing to do a little remodeling on this if you were to use it for anything other than a restaurant. But there's a little bar front that probably used to be Back Eddie's. I think I actually went and we had dinner here on my first visit. Now this is looking awfully familiar, so we may have eaten here the first time I went to Riggins. So shake flavors, it all is starting to look a little familiar. I think we went and had dinner here. Back Eddie's. There you see the horns on the ceiling. The restroom area. $315 they're asking for this. We're 35 into 50 photos, so you can kind of see what you're getting. This is a pretty nice looking bathroom actually. Looks like it had some new tiling done. Little soap dispenser there. Pretty nice looking bathroom. There's another look at it. I think that's the same bathroom. It might be the his and hers, but pretty nice looking setup here. And there's the wood stove, all the wood outside that probably used to heat that. And right there in the corner, there's that back room, the back little cabin they're calling it, that you could use for rental. I'd imagine that's right off of the restaurant. They have the cabin in back, probably where the people lived while they ran that restaurant. And there's a better look at it, the outdoor cabin. And there's a look at the inside, so you could use this as like an Airbnb and maybe rent out one as a business and one as a rental. Or you could rent the whole thing out. We're 43 into 50 photos. Getting a look at this little cabin in the back. They have it set up, everything you'd need there, fridge. So this would be definitely an interesting purchase out there in Riggins if you want to make an investment purchase. Looks like it has some sort of loft up there. I'm not sure. A big old TV on the right there. Is that a TV? And Gone Fishing. I've seen plenty of that while you're in Riggins. Gone Fishing. And there's the open doorway to the bathroom. Another bathroom. So they got a bathroom in this cabin as well. You don't have to go out to the other building. And that's the end of it. Alright, here's a look on the map where this one is located. If we look down here, this street is right off of North Main Street and what is that? Orchard Lane. Orchard Lane. And if you go up from there, the Salmon River is on the right there. And there's the house right there off of 95, right there. Alright, what'd you guys think of that one? That had a lot of opportunities, right? The little cabin in the back there, as well as the Back Eddie restaurant and grill there that they use, the ale house. And you could definitely turn that back into a business if you wanted to have a little restaurant and live in the back there. Nice business opportunity. There's a lot of events that come through Riggins. You know, they have the rodeo. And they have all kinds of boat races, I think. And then, of course, there's the fishing and the hunting season. So a lot of people go there and vacation in Riggins. Of course, McCall is close by. And if a lot of you want to spend a little bit more money, you can go up and vacation in McCall, which is a little pricier resort type area. So Riggins is kind of down from McCall and kind of a less expensive version for a vacationing area. So we're going to take a look at one more listing. Hopefully you guys are enjoying this little look at what your money can get you out there in Riggins, Idaho. We found 3 listings under $400,000, so it looks like your money can go a lot further than it does here in Washington State. But kind of that small town living right there in Riggins, a beautiful countryside right there on the rivers. and plenty of fishing and hunting and peaceful life out there. So like I said, we spent a few days out there. I have a couple of videos of our vacation now up on the channel if you want to check those out. But let's take a look at this last listing, priced at $399,000. All right, here is a look at it. They got a plenty of countryside here, and they got a big old rainbow drawing you into this one. So they're showing off the best that nature has to offer out there in Riggins in these photos. We'll get to those a little bit later, 25 photos. But this one is a 2-bedroom, 1-bath, 1,250 square foot place. They're asking $399,000. Address is 367 Seven Devils Road, Riggins, Idaho 83549. So I think we went out to Seven Devils Road to do a little ruby searching right on the Ruby Rapids. We found a lot of garnets, no rubies, but plenty of rock hunting to be done out there if you're into that. This one would cost you $2,105 a month. So if you can afford $2,105 a month, you could probably get into this one. It's a single family residence. His estimate is $370, so the estimate is a little bit under what the ask price is. It was built in 1954, and that is $319 per square foot. And over here it's a 2-acre lot, so we're getting a little bit more land with this one. 2 acres. This one has been on Zillow for quite a while. 124 days on Zillow, has 863 views and 33 saves. So I'm gonna read off this little what's special section, and then we'll get into these photos and see what it looks like. It says here, this 2-bedroom, 1-bath on 1.81 acres has Squaw Creek running the length and is one of the first homestead sites. So Squaw Creek, that says it all. Only 3 miles from Riggins and the Salmon River. It's right on the way to Heaven's Gate Trailhead in Idaho's Banana Belt. This is a gardener's paradise where fruit and black walnut trees, grapes, and berries grow wild. Sportsmen will enjoy access to premier hunting. Year-round wildlife viewing is unmatched. One of the main selling points of this property is the pressurized spring domestic water and the irrigation water rights out of the Squaw Creek that date back to the 1800s. So you get the irrigation water rights right there out of Squaw Creek. If you're looking for more acreage, there's also an adjacent 22.26 acre lot for sale, possible owner carry. So you get this one, it's 1.81 acres, but they have another one for sale, 22.26 acres, adjacent to this one. So a lot of opportunity out there. Let's take a look at it. You know, they were talking about the wildlife there. I guess when we were visiting with Sue and Jerry, they said they had a little bear come into their area right there on their property, went down the river a little bit, and they ended up having to kill the bear because it was in a park close to children. So a bear made it right there into Riggins. Plenty of them out there. So plenty of wildlife. Like they said, year-round. You got a good hunting area. Of course, hunting season and fishing season are only so long, but the wildlife continues. Alright, here's the initial photo. As you can see, if you can see that there, it's a faint little rainbow, some mountains, and then here is the land. 1.81 acres, I think is what they said, right? And then this one is a 399,000, 2-bedroom, 1-bath, 1,250 square feet. So we're going to get a look at the dwelling, but right now they're just showing off the land. And again, there's the waterway. What they say, Squaw Creek, right? So you can get the water right out of Squaw Creek. And more land, more mountainous land, and trees, and some brush there. And even little yellow flowers. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? And there's a look at the first look at the building. Looks like that roof is a little bit suspect. Might need a little repair. But the building looks to be in livable condition. Would probably need a little bit of work, so it might be a bit of a fixer-upper, it looks like to me. But they got a deck on the front there that looks a little bit wonky. Maybe could put some stain on it and reinforce it, make sure it is stable. But they got the steps onto a nice deck. Oh, the inside looks pretty good. There's a look at the kitchen. They got the gray counters as well as the cabinets, and a nice looking island with all kinds of fruits and veggies on it ready for you. So they got a microwave over there to the right, and Nice big open kitchen area. There's a look at a wood stove. Looks like they're doing a little cooking on the wood stove. So they probably do that sort of thing out there in the Riggins. And cook it up right there on the stove. Look at that. Look at all those trees. I'm not sure if that's part of it or that's your neighboring 22 acres. Like they said, they have that 22 acres available. And I think this is another shot of Squaw Creek, which is right there. It runs adjacent to this property. You get the water rights to that creek. So that is a bonus. It looks like they have some vines growing there on the fence. Probably some grapevines, I'd imagine. And there's that little deck. I see why they don't put a railing on it. It kind of looks nice to just look out onto the view there. But simple living, like I said. Actually, it does have a railing over there. Maybe part of it has one and part of it doesn't. So simple living, like I said, out there in Riggins, Idaho. We're 15 into 25 photos of this last one. As you can see, these views are beautiful out there. Plenty of land to look at. Look at that sunset. That almost looks similar to the sunset I saw when we were out in the hot tub at Sue and Jerry's, looking at that moon. It looks like that's a cherry tree. And so they do have some fruits and veggies you could just pull right off. There's a look right out onto the creek, so right there close to the back porch, the creek. So everything is nice and central to this one. You might have to worry about how high that creek gets if it's that close to the deck, but interesting looking unit. 22 photos into 25. We got a few more of the countryside here, it looks like. And the waterways that run as part of this. There's a look at that little garden they have set up out there with the grapevines. So definitely nice, peaceful country living out there in Riggins. And there's a look at the acreage that you could get adjacent to it, 22.26 there. And this one is located right here to the right. So a good look at the map of where this is. Seven Devils Road, so right there in the middle of it all. Close to Riggins, within driving distance. So you can get quite a big parcel, 22.26 right there next to this one, priced at $399. So interesting looking prospect. Alright, so there you have it. That concludes our look at 3 properties out there in Riggins, Idaho. Like I said, we did a little vacationing out there. Got a look at Riggins. I've been there twice. My wife's been there several more times. But definitely a peaceful area. Just recently went there for 4 days and enjoyed the sights and sounds of Riggins. And now you see what you can get out there for your money. 3 properties under $400,000. We had that first one, kind of that quaint little smaller house with the RV hookup, and $259 they were asking for that one, for just over 1,088 square feet was the first one. Second one was that back Eddie's. Remember the restaurant lounge and the bar ale house in the front with the little cabin in the back that you could live in. So a lot of opportunity there right on Main Street. That one was $315. And of course that last one we just looked at had a little bit more acreage. You're paying for the land there, 1.81 acres with that 22 acres adjacent. If you want to pay a little bit more, you could add that and have quite a homestead out there in Riggins. So 3 nice properties to take a look at. They're on the market. I think there are 9 total if you want to go on Zillow.com to take a look at a few more. These were the 3 least expensive ones on the market. I think there were some over $1 million out there in Riggins. So if you want to go on Zillow and browse those, see what you can get for the big bucks, feel free. But we're going to stick with that 3 priced under $400,000. Easy country home living out there in beautiful Riggins, Idaho. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this look. Again, another segment of House Hunting with Brian. We've done several of these segments. If you like this sort of thing, feel free to check out the folder with more of these. We've kind of browsed all kinds of different areas. We're finally getting out of the state. We're here in Washington State, I am. And typically we do our searches in Washington, but we've ventured out of the state. We've looked all over the nation, and now we've checked out Riggins, Idaho. So interesting to see what's out there on the market. We're kind of just doing this for fun, to get a look at what the market offers and how much your money goes for in other areas other than Washington State. I don't really have any plans to move outside of Washington State, but this is just kind of a fun little way to take a look at what's out there, like I said, and give you guys a look at what's on the market and create a little content that will get me a little closer to monetize my channel. That's what I'm trying to do, trying to get to 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 hours. That's what you need to get monetized. So if you would be so kind as to hit that subscription button, join the adventure. We'll do some more house hunting with Brian segments, take a look at what's out there on the market. I want to thank you all for watching this one to the very end. If you could do me a big favor on your way out, give this one a big thumbs up. That will get it in front of a few more eyes and get me a little closer to that 4,000 hours I need to get monetized. Thanks again for watching this one to the very end. Again, my name is Brian Kingsbury. We'll see you on the next one. Bye.